amazing, beautiful people, and welcome back to another monster reaction video. So, Dr. Tenma is gone. He's literally noped out of there. Bro has spent 5 months growing a beard and getting himself equipped. So, where the hell the story goes from here is going to be super freaking interesting. Especially considering I just assumed he would go back to the hospital and there'd be some hijinks there and he'd be all scared. But the Dr. Tenma we seem to know, or have been getting to know, doesn't seem like the Dr. Tenma we have now. He seems much more serious, much more focused. Just from that one scene, feels like a different guy. So I'm super curious to see where this guy goes. So let's find out. Please make sure you like the video. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. We're really close to 500,000, so if you're not subscribed, please press that button. And don't forget, check out our G.O.T Games Halloween range. We just brought out a bunch of new Halloween items on the GOTGamesClothing.com website. So many awesome things. They've honestly been selling like crazy. I cannot believe the support has been overwhelming. If you haven't got yourself something, head on over to the website and check out all the products there. And if you want to get yourself a 20% discount, Patreon members have a 20% discount code exclusive for all Patreon members. And you can get that just by signing up to Patreon for $1, and you get access to the 20% discount code. Plus, we ship worldwide. Let's jump into Monster Episode 9. Every kid ever. Oh, a police station.
フランス外人部隊出身。フリーランスになった後、79年ニカラグアの戦闘に参戦。81年から84年までアフガニスタンの反政府ゲリラに加担。87年モサドのイスラム急進派暗殺の秘密作戦では中心的な役割を果たした。なんとも輝かしい戦歴ですな、ヒューゴー・ベルンハルトさん。あなたほどの傭兵が主催するセミナーなのですから、よほど優秀な生徒さんたちが卒業していくんでしょうな。うちの若いもんもぜひあなたのレクチャーを受けて鍛え直していただきたいもんですな。
いや、
ちなみにこの男は優秀でしたか。5ヶ月ほど前あなたの訓練所に現れたはずなんですがね。メスを握れば天才だが、銃を握ってもその素養はありましたか。
Dr. Tenma went to a Merc's freaking training course for 5 months. What the fuck? That's insane. That is insane. Also, random bit of information about me. I'm actually weirdly familiar with the French Foreign Legion. I don't know if I can say more than that. But yeah, I'm pretty familiar with them. That's all I will say.
教え子に関しては話したくないんだがね。
なるほど。
Obviously, nothing I've done. Obviously. Is this kid just not getting tired? Interesting scene there, isn't it? Just having this intense conversation all the while a child is just playing in the rain. Nothing deeper to it, just that.
銃を習ったことは？
いえ。
我流で撃ってた口か？
いいえ。撃ったことがないんです。
一度もか？
はい。無茶なお願いなのは分かっています。でもあなたにお願いするしか。
どのみちうちに来たらそれまでの銃の経験を忘れてもらってる。だが 一度も撃ったことのない人間は初めてだ。
You know what the weird thing is? Most people I've spoken to have fired a gun. It's actually interesting. I don't think I've spoken to anyone who hasn't.
「縄跳びだ。経験があろうとなかろうと道はそれから始める。あの子のようにな。」さっとするな。
Do we think the girl, the young girl who was playing in the rain outside was his daughter, and that maybe that's his daughter? Otherwise, why else? There's no way he just randomly would train a young girl, right? Maybe she's related to him, which would also explain why there's a child just playing outside of a police station coincidentally when he is in the police station, which kind of makes sense to that scene at the beginning, right?
すぐに始めろ。
はい。
This is literally actually where all people start, by the way. Jump rope. If you want to get in shape, you want to get some good
も
stamina,
っと早く。
this is where you start.
もっとだ。
It does everything. Great coordination. It's literally just, it's like such a fantastic workout thing. It's so simple.
バランスだ、バランス。
Teaches you
What
rhythm,
the heck?
teaches you everything.
もっと早くだ。
なかなか君みたいにうまく飛べないな。
She doesn't look exactly very,
君はいつもそうやって教官の代わりにトレーニングを見張っているのかい。分かったよ。そんなに睨まなくてもやるよ。私はやらなくちゃいけないんだ。
This is not where I expected this anime to go at all, by the way. Like Dr. Tenma training.
アトリだ。ひな鳥の餌でも探しているのかな。
Foreshadowing or something? Food looks good. How did the police officer find out that he went to this training course?
疲れ切って食欲もないか。
はあ。
食うのもトレーニングのうちだ。
はい。
This is all very realistic as well. When you do train, you'll have like a set. If you properly train, you'll have like a set amount of set
お孫
food.
さんですか。
いや、
I didn't word that right. The only reason I know about this is because of boxers. But when you enter like training, you'll be given like set meals, like the best. But my brain is not working this morning, guys. Forgive me. But like you'll notice that the best fighters, UFC fighters, boxers, and all these sort of people who go into training will always have like when you like they have like interviews or people around their house. They'll always be like, "So what are we eating?" And it's like, "Well, this is my chef, and he is preparing blah 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 blah." And you stick to the set meals. You don't eat anything that your chef doesn't prepare. Those are the exact meals you eat for your entire training period, whether you're in camp or out of camp. So it is actually true. It's realistic.
あの子の母親は俺が撃ち殺した。あの子の目の前でな。ミャンマーでだ。ジャングルの掘ったて小屋に逃げ込んだら、あの親子がいた。母親は銃を構えていた。一瞬遅かったら俺が撃ち殺されていた。それで俺があの子を連れてきたってわけさ。俺と暮らして以来、あの子は一度も笑ったことがない。一生俺を恨んで生きるだ。銃を持つとそういうことになる。それが嫌なら銃なんか持たないことだ。
This is a direction I never, ever, ever expected this anime to go. This is so random. I never could have predicted this. Literally, who would have thought from watching episode 1 to episode 9 that we'd be watching Dr. Tenma training in the same forest they trained the frickin' scout regiment in? Jesus, dude, chew your food. You're not a bird. Very unusual looking house as well, isn't it?
Nanda? いい匂いだな。チンチョウゲの香りだ。うわっ
Nice work, dude. I love her deadpan expression.
ありがとう。
We haven't seen him do any weapons training yet.
そこまでだ。
じゃあ
ランニングの時間だ。
そうか。
走り終わったら裏のくぼ地へ来い。
くぼ地？
射撃場だ。
射撃場。
I find it interesting and, like I said, realistic that all basic training starts with stamina. It's literally the first thing everyone will always teach you. Improve your stamina. You know, weight control, stamina. And that's literally where everything starts, right there, you know? It also shows a real commitment, too. It, like, gets your mind in the right frame. So it is actually, like, going to, like, someone like this is what you would see. Like, I remember when I was in the cadets years ago, that's what they did. They, like, it was like PT, basic stamina training. Once you get your base level of stamina, maintaining it, and then moving on from there. And yeah, it is interesting, because you hear people always talking about how it changes their frame of mind, and, like, their mindset. Like when people go from like for like get into shape for like the first time in their lives, and how they feel like different, like mentally. And you hear like YouTubers talk about it when they do all those fitness things. I do find it like fascinating, because it does like change your mind, you know. I've never been in like shredded shape, you know, but it'd be interesting to see what it feels like mentally, you know. Also, how cool would it be just like rub your hands down your body and it feels like you're going across a cheese grate. One day, you know, that'll be me. For now, I'm just normal guy. I paused actually just to say, I can't believe this. This is nuts. So Dr. Tenma is literally training. He's literally training in a freaking forest with like this ex-Foreign Legion merc, who with this gal who is now like taking a liking to him. This I never would have expected this. Ever. This episode is so random. Not that I'm not liking it, but I never would have predicted it.
2発だ。
He wants to
銃
go
を
after
撃つ時には
Johan.
必ず引き金を2回引け。2度ずつ撃つことでとどめを刺す確率は飛躍的に高くなる。それができないときは、お前の命がないと思え。
Interesting. Pretty realistic in terms of sound as well. Him going to the shops is probably how they found out about him, I would imagine.
なんだこれは。
いつも食事を用意してもらってるんで、今日は僕が日本の料理を作りました。肉じゃがって言うんですけど、気に入ってもらえるかどうか。箸です。木を削って作ったんです。この方が日本料理の感じが出ると思って。うまいな。
Using chopsticks that well for the first time is blowing my mind. That's me. That's
もう一度。構えろ。もう一度。構えろ。
Interesting as well. Interesting. Obviously, I'm no professional, all right? So when I'm saying these things, please don't like, everything is citation needed, and I'm just using what little tidbits of knowledge I have. But, again, another thing that they teach you, obviously, anyone who's watching from America, where, you know, it's more common, and this isn't an insult, but where it's more common to own firearms, you guys have more of a knowledge than me. But I know that, like, knowing your weapon is considered incredibly important. Being able to take it apart, put it back together for any kind of jamming or faults or cleaning, that's what you want to do. Again, The only reference I have is the cadets. When you go on the cadet weekends, you would be given a rifle. You'd have to look after the rifle, take the rifle apart, put it back together, be able to completely clean the rifle, and you would regularly train to do this. Everyone would sit in a line. You'd have your rifle in front of you. You take it all apart. They come over once it's all taken apart, and you tell them. You go, done. They come over. They look at it. Yep. And then they go, yep. And then you go, put it all back together, clean it, put it all back together, click it, stand it up, done. And then they come, check it all, make sure it's all good. And you have to do that quite a lot. It is quite common. Again, learning your weapon is incredibly important. Keeps you safe. How, like, if you don't know it, like, you're just like, what the fuck do I do? You know? Not just cleaning it is important. Different length barrel cleaners as well for different weapons. She's not watching him this time? It's going to be about the birds. That's why we saw them earlier.
どうした
I bet it's to do with the birds. Bet you anything.
アトリのヒナだ。巣から落ちたんだな。あ、ダメだよ。巣に返さなくちゃ。死んじゃうぞその子。巣から離して育てるのは大変なんだ。めったに育て上げることなんてできやしない。巣に返そう。お母さんのところへ。
3秒だ。3秒で全てが決まる。一瞬でもミスや躊躇があれば撃ち殺されるのはお前だ。
God, oh my word, his face is
その
terrifying.
男はどんな成績で
Jeez,
卒業し
it
てい
looks like
き
a
ました
different
か。
man.
技術面では満点だ。基礎体力もついた。なんといっても集中力が抜群だ。
Didn't bro just say I don't talk about my students? And in the next scene, he's talking about his students. He folded like a fucking origami swan. What the hell is this, man? What the hell is this? Anyway, also, man, I have like so many stories today. I don't really want to talk about it too much because it was really sad. But I coincidentally came across a baby pigeon that had fallen out of its nest. I won't go into more because, like I said, it was sad. But yeah, it man, it's heartbreaking. Or if you ever see even a bumblebee or any kind of animal that ever needs help, make sure you're the person who helps them. Don't think, someone else will help them. Be that person. Be the person that tries to help them. Anyway.
ただ、
銃で人を撃つとなると別問題だ。
ほう。
最初のやつが撃てるか撃てないか。それで道が分かれる。銃を使えるか使えないかのね。
なるほど。彼はどちらに進みますかね。まあそれはいい。で、彼の行方を知りませんか。知っているのなら教えていただきたい
They
です
got the
ね。
look down perfectly, by the way. That facial expression is fucking perfect. Anyone who's got a family member who's like ex-military will actually know
5ヶ
just
月間
how
お世話になりました。
maybe I'm crazy here, but how
残りの受
perfect
講
that
料
facial
をお支
expression
払い
is.
しておきます。それと肉じゃが食べてください。本当にありがとうございました。
ったく。くそ。
What
笑った
the fuck? Whoa!
どうなんです
Whoa!
彼の行方を知ってるんでしょう
See how far his loyalty lies.
それは言えない。
結構お引き取りください
こっちで
In that moment, he remembered that the reason the girl laughed is because of him, and that loyalty bond was there. So he said, that girl must be quite tough then, I would imagine. God, fucking brilliant episode, man. Just her laughing teared me up. I love the way a nice, really subtle thing is how he was holding the umbrella there. If you notice, the umbrella was tilted to her side, which is, again, that's what like you do when you're like you don't want the person you're walking with to get wet and they're smaller. You tilt the umbrella more to them. When I'm walking with my sons, the umbrella's more over them, so daddy gets a little bit wet, but they stay bone dry. That's a nice little touch there. Man, this has been a really good episode. Super surprising and completely different. Very good. Very emotional. Just make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, yeah, very emotional. Very emotional. Like I said, this is not what I expected at all from Monster. We took a turn that I just never would have seen coming. It was completely different. The entire freaking episode just feels random, you know? We go from Dr. Tenma being like sucked into all these difficult situations and having to deal with all these issues and everything around that, you know? To Dr. Tenma literally training. Like actually weapons and physical training in a forest with someone who is a specialist. Like the guy said, reaching all top marks in 5 months, learning how to use a gun, improving his fitness, which the guy is just a machine now. And that is not something I would have expected. I thought this anime would follow more a similar sort of story to like White Collar. White Collar is a TV show about a person who joins the FBI and gets into all these difficult situations but doesn't know how to fight. And it pretty much follows the story of someone who's like, doesn't know how to fight, so they always have to use their brain to get out of situations. And I assume that would be the same with Dr. Tenma. I didn't expect him to ever learn how to fight. The fact that he now knows how to fight is just a direction I never thought this anime would go, and has now changed the paths of where this anime can go. You know, he's obviously doing this because he wants to, I don't know, kill Johan, maybe? You know, I'm guessing he feels directly responsible for all the people Johan has killed, you know, or has had killed, because he was the one who saved him, which is why he keeps having flashbacks of that moment with the bullet and saving him in the operation. He's the reason, in a roundabout way, those people are dead. At least that's what he's gonna feel like, you know. Bottom line is he was just doing his job. You know, no doctor who saves the life of anybody should ever feel like that. But I guess the circumstances of a situation where he was given an A or a B, told to do B, but did A, and then this happened, he's feeling directly responsible. Which is it's really interesting, like the parallels and like his mental parallels here and what this is going to mean going on. Because I don't think he's got the guts to pull the trigger. You know, he doesn't seem like a killer. Even if he's learning all these moves, doesn't mean he's going to be able to use them. That guy obviously isn't sure either, but I'm guessing all of us don't think he will. Very, very, very brilliantly done episode. Everything with the man and the child, the bird, and everything there. You know, let's return it back to his mum. Like, all of that, fantastic. You know, there was so much that was like drawn to her, drawn to the bird at the beginning. It's brilliantly done. It's incredibly well written. Everything ties together. Even the umbrella scene at the beginning, everything clicks. You know, it's very well thought out. Brilliant episode. So well written. Amazing. This anime is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Love it. Love it. I love it every single second and step of this journey. And we're going into double digits next. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed my reaction. You can catch the Unblurred on Patreon. Have an amazing freaking weekend. I love all of you wonderful people. Please like the video. Please subscribe. And as always, my friends, you will see me in the next video.